Okay, when I first saw the cover for this on Netflix, I thought, no, this looks cheesy. The makeup looks weird. What is this lady doing? But then I decided to click on the show, and boy, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Let's talk about Griselda. So Griselda is a Netflix original series, and this is another series from Netflix that is about the drug trade. You know, they really seem to like this genre. They've had a lot of success with Narcos and then spin-off Narcos Mexico. So here we are again with another drug story, and I gotta say, I do enjoy a good fall from grace, a good drug story. Everybody seems to be really into this kind of thing in America. I don't know. What does that say about us? Are we bad people that we enjoy watching these bad people? I'm not sure, but this show was quite entertaining. So let's dig into all the things I thought made the show work out really well. So this show is yet again based on a true story, and this time it's about a woman named Griselda Blanco, or the Black Widow, or the Godmother, and she flees from Colombia and goes to Miami to start a drug empire. She is played and brought to life by Sofia Vergara, who everybody will recognize from the show Modern Family, where she plays Gloria. But trust me, this character is nothing like Gloria, and this is Sofia Vergara like you've never seen her before. She is excellent in this show. I thought she did a very good job bringing out this demented lady. This woman was very scary, at times just ruthless, monstrous, probably every bit as monstrous and terrible as Pablo Escobar or any of these other famous drug kingpins. And I thought Sofia Vergara did a very good job in this show. She was very much a pleasant surprise to me. I wasn't really sure what to expect because she is definitely a comedy actress for us in America. I think she has more of an in-depth resume, in other countries. But for us, we're all definitely thinking a Modern Family. So when I first saw that, the show was with her, I was like, I don't know. But then I checked it out and I was pleasantly surprised. I thought Sofia Vergara did a very good job. And this show was actually quite entertaining. So this show definitely has some of the same familiar beats that you've seen from other drug shows. There's the cop that's investigating everything. There's the close calls. There's all the danger. There's the murder. All these familiar things. And I guess for that reason, people might pass over this and say, I've seen this thing before. I don't need to see it again. And that's a fair point. I will say the show doesn't win any creative awards. This show is, following a template that has definitely been existing for some time now. But I still think it's super entertaining, and I thought it was very bingeable. I actually found myself wanting to click next episode every time the episode ended. I was really enthralled, and I think that part of it is Sofia Vergara's performance in this show. She just really made it super entertaining. But it wasn't just her. There was a lot of other very good, talented actors in the show. I thought everybody was really firing on all cylinders. And I thought the directing and the way they recreated 1970s Miami was all very good, very well done. And it definitely helped draw me in and keep me interested. The whole show actually had kind of an old-fashioned look, like the camera looked grainy and old, like a 1970s movie would look. And I really appreciated that kind of touch. It really elevated this story and helped push this show into highly watchable territory for me. Every time I watch a show like this, it is just so impressive and so, a little bit weird and a little bit alluring because we're like, wow, these people are amassing this very big house. They have these very big cars. They have so much money. They're doing whatever the hell they want. It's kind of addicting. We kind of want to part of us, I think, wants to live this life a little bit. But then you realize the monstrous things that have to be done, the disgustingness of the drug dealing trade in general, and you immediately, normal people snap out of it and decide, no, this is not worth it. And also, you do know that eventually crime will get you caught. Most of these stories end with people getting killed. Pablo Escobar, I'm not going to spoil this show, but it's a true story and you can read about it to see what happens or just watch the show. But in general, we all know crime doesn't pay. And so that is a familiar theme. So we would never actually act on it, but it is definitely kind of alluring to watch. And you just see the parties and the cars, and part of you is thinking, man, I'm working 9 to 5 every day and I only make, barely enough to pay for a minivan and a mediocre house at that. I'm not eating lobster every day. And these drug dealers are just driving around in these fancy cars. They're living these lavish lives, and it's super interesting. So overall, I thought this was a pretty entertaining show. I don't think it's going to win any awards for reinventing the wheel or having a fresh template, but I thought Sofia Vergara did a fantastic job disappearing into this monstrous character. She is just villainous in this show. I would have never expected that she could do this kind of performance, and yet I was so pleasantly surprised by her performance. It was just very good. I guess if I had a little bit of a gripe, I would say that they could have done a little bit better with the prosthetics. I know that they tried to make her look a little bit more unsightly, a little bit more rugged, but she was still quite pretty in this show. Definitely way prettier than the real Griselda Blanco. They could have done a little bit more to make her look, more realistic to how she was in real life, but I guess they were thinking that people might not watch the show if the show actually stars like a woman that's in a fat suit. So they decided to, go a little bit more minimalist with the makeup, which I thought was a little bit of a con. But overall, I thought the show was quite entertaining. Definitely kept me clicking the next button. I would give the show a solid 8. I think people are really going to like it. I think people are going to be, surprised by Sofia's performance. And I think that this genre is just kind of popular. We definitely find it to be a little bit interesting. So if you thought this was an interesting video, please let me know by hitting the like button. It's very helpful. It helps me gauge what I'm doing right in what video. And if you want to see more things like me and my reviews and my elegant personality, then please subscribe to my channel. And that's all I've got for you. Later.